Before Home-Start, I felt completely lost. I'd had a really traumatic experience. The end of November 2022, I had two beautiful children. It was my eldest's birthday. Myself and my husband had just bought our house, our first home. Then I had our third child, Finn. New Year's Eve came and he turned to me and he was drunk and he said, "I don't want to be with you." He said he never wanted to marry me, he never wanted children with me, that I disgusted him, and that he was leaving. I had a 2-day-old baby at this point. It would take a few weeks, but I would soon find out that he'd actually been having an affair with a friend of mine. You know, still do the school run, still take them to parties, still make sure you're going to midwife appointments. My middle son he's actually deaf in one ear and wears a hearing aid, and he's also they're looking at an autism diagnosis for him. You know, at some points I was scared about what I might have done. I was completely depressed. I started to realise actually how abusive he was to me during the relationship and how I used to just put it to one side. It was after all of the stuff that I'd been dealing with got to a point where I was referred to Home-Start, and then I was introduced to my lovely Fiona. She was just warmth. She just brought warmth and happiness with her, and I just knew that she was going to be like a motherly figure. I'd sit and chat to Fiona for the whole time if I'd had a bad week or if I'd had a good week. My mental health was so fragile for the first few months of the separation. During the time that I started having Fiona, it was a few months after losing my grandma. My grandma was a massive part of my life. She was my best friend. I used to see her every day. So having somebody like Fiona, she reminds me a lot of her. It's been lovely watching her bond with Finn, because I imagine that's how my grandma would have been with Finn. Because of Home-Start and Fiona, I definitely think my mental health's improved. Also through Home-Start, I was referred to the Freedom Programme. It was to do with basically recognising signs of abuse in a relationship. If Home-Start hadn't have been introduced into my life, I don't think I would have been able to mentally cope with my own demons and emotions. Having the support from Home-Start has made me realise that I can do it on my own. It's just made me realise my potential as a mum.